Hi, my name is Barry Olney from In-Circuit Design. I'm introducing the new ICD Stackup Planner. This new release is based on the IPC standards and now incorporates broadside coupled as well as edge coupled differential impedance configurations. If you look at the basic defaults, we have a number of default layer stackups. There's 2-layer, 4-layer, 6-layer, 8-layer, etc. up to 16-layer. But you can of course create your own, and we'll do that from scratch. We'll open up a new tab, layer tab, and we can rename that to My Stackup. Okay, and if we follow the error prompts on the online design rule checking below here, we can create a good stackup. So we'll insert below, we need a plane there. Insert above or below, and it's now not symmetrical, so of course we need above a pre-preg, and then we'll put in a signal layer above that. So here we have a basic 2-layer board. We have a ground plane on the bottom and a signal plane on the top. We can add solder mask to that, top and bottom, to our 4-layer board, 2-layer board, and I'll now create a 4-layer board from this. So I'll insert below another plane, and of course I get an added dielectric between the planes error message here, 2 planes together. So I'll insert above a core, and we need to add a pre-preg below, and then also a plane below, a signal layer below. And then we have a standard 4-layer board. Of course, you can change the dielectric thickness, constant, the copper thickness, clearance, and trace width by just clicking on them and changing all values. But there is a good feature here. We can change all of one column. So say, for instance, I want to change all the 4.3 dielectric constant entries here. I can just say, okay, I want to select the dielectric constant, and anything that is currently 4.3, I want to change to 4.7, and I change the value, so it automatically updates that. And that's really good if you have like a 16 or a 32 layer board or something. You don't have to edit them all individually. Now I'll introduce the dielectric library editor. With the dielectric library editor, we can actually add the materials that our PCB fabricator uses. Now this makes the Stackup Planner more accurate. If you just say I want a 4mm pre-preg, they may only have, let's see what's available, around 4 megs for pre-preg materials. We have a 3.9, or what we could do is add these 2 pre-pregs together to get a 4mm, which would be more accurate. So what we'll do now is I'll, just to save time, I'll go to a stackup that I've already created with the materials in it. And here you can see I've replaced the center core with an isolate FR406 47mm thickness core material. I've added the 106 FR406 material, and also the 1080 together, and these two add up to 4, which is what we've got down below here. So what I'll do now is I'll just copy and paste those, and now we have 2 lots of it. So I'll just grab 2 of these and I'll drag and drop them into this space here, and I'll delete the previous pre-preg that we had. So there we have the finished stack up with all the dielectric materials included. We can of course export this to CSV text or copy it to a clipboard to put into our PCB specification document. We'll now go to an 8-layer board. This one is the default 8-layer. Say for instance I want to create 2 signal layers between the planes here. What I can do is drag these 2 and drop them onto here. So what I now have is 2 signal layers between the plane. And notice that the broadside coupled differential impedance automatically appears and automatically calculates. So we only have those where we have either symmetrical or asymmetrical strip line layers where we have 2 signals together in between the planes. We can do some really dramatic things, like we can grab between ground and VDD here and copy them, for instance, and then just paste them onto the bottom. So this creates an 18-layer board we better just, we need, at the error message says we need to add some pre-preg in between these two layers so that we don't have an error in the stack-up. So as you can see, it's quite easy to drag and drop. If I want to, for instance, change that VSS with the ground plane here, I can select both of them and just swap rows. So it automatically renumbers and swaps the VSS and the ground plane around. So as you can see, it's quite flexible. You can build as many layers as you like. I've done a 72 layer board here. So as you can see, we have 72 layers and it's all calculated automatically on the fly. If I, for instance, delete a number of layers in between here, you'll notice that the maximum number comes at 69, which means this stack-up's not symmetrical, so I need to add another layer in here. Probably the best place to do this would be to insert above a plane. I need to add dielectric in between those planes, above prepreg, and therefore now we've solved the, we've got another layer in there, 70 layer board, so we have an even symmetrical stack-up. We can do things, of course, like print and print preview, all that sort of normal stuff. We can, if for instance we delete something we don't want to, we can just call back the default stack-ups and change them all back to default. We are able to, with our My Stackup, for instance, we can just save that as My Stackup and recall it again later. So we could close that and then open up My Stackup again. And there we have it. Thank you very much.